With Empire Flippers are just so down to earth, so friendly. It's just a pleasure working with them. I got into the online marketing space close to 5 years ago. I was finishing up my degree in economics, and I was kind of looking at jobs in the economic centers that were really boring. So I thought I could kind of diversify revenue with something online. Ended up really liking it. Found a job in an online marketing agency based in Israel called Yellowhead. And started there, worked my way up from work as an SEO account manager, head of SEO. And then a couple of years within that, we started the new activity, which was the website acquisitions. I was working as a chef in restaurants in Israel, in Europe, Michelin type restaurants like Noma, for example, in Denmark. First of all, what I love most about online is just the flexibility and being able to manage my own time. And that's what I love most about the online marketing space. It's just so flexible. You can be anywhere, work anywhere. And it's so scalable, right? When you're working a day job, you want more money, you got to put in more hours. Whereas in the online marketing space, you want more money, use your head, think, strategize. I would say one is it's such a competitive space in terms of finding good acquisitions that you have to act so quickly once you see a prospect that you like. And then I would say the other main challenge is scale, because really the demand is so much higher than the supplies right now. And one of the things that we're doing to overcome that is just making larger acquisitions instead of a few smaller ones. I remember when we just started back in early 2017, we looked at all the marketplaces that were selling websites, and we also saw Empire Flippers. And then one of the guys from Empire Flippers, he actually reached back to me. I saw you haven't been looking at listings. And so I told him like what was the problem, what was the issue, and he immediately understood that, and he made sure that I get all the access I need. He facilitated the process once he saw that we're serious buyers. And ever since that's the Empire Flippers is by far our preferred marketplace. It was a mix of a couple of things. One is as the activity grew within the company, we wanted to kind of facilitate our status as we don't only know how to buy businesses, but we also know how to flip and sell them for profit. You kind of feel when is the right time to let it go, pass it along to someone else that can do a good job with it, and you've got a good ROI on it anyways. So you want to capitalize that, when you can, and then leverage those funds to go out and make larger acquisitions, which is our main goal. As a marketing agency looking to diversify revenue, so when all of your revenue is just based on your clientele, it tends to fluctuate, and you're constantly worried about bringing in new business, retaining existing clients. You might have to deal with situations where you have a couple of clients leaving at the same time, causing issues with your cash flow. Some clients are just hard to work with. There's a lot of frustration, especially in the SEO space, because you're so relied on the client to execute what you need to do, and then suddenly we have this scalable new source of revenue that it's completely up to us, and that has been super excited. And we know that if we're doing a good job, this is scaling. So that's that. I think that was the best thing about it. As marketers, we tend to think that since we know marketing, we immediately know everything there is to know about online businesses. And so starting off, we bought different types of business models, right? And some of them failed completely because, for example, we bought an e-commerce site in the furniture space in a country we weren't really aware of all the regulations there. And so as we progressed, we realized that for us, what was working best were the content sites. After a while, we started focusing only on content side as a business model, and we wanted to do it in a way that we're absolutely focused on that. We're obsessed with the optimization process for this single model, and that has proved to be a good decision that has helped us, grow the project significantly. I think the best advice would be to focus on one thing that you think that you can generate an advantage against the competition, especially starting off. Make sure you have one area, one vertical, one niche that you know how to operate better than most, and then start from that. Well, I would give them 5 or anything very close to that. I'm also a bit biased because I've been working with them, for so long. But they're the thing I like most about Empire Flippers, and this is especially true if you're a first-time buyer. So no other broker services, and I've worked with pretty much not all of them, but a lot of them. No other service gives you such a complete service, basically handles everything from very professional vetting process, very transparent. Migration is very easy. I think it's the only service that does the migration for the buyers. With Empire Flippers are just so down to earth, so friendly. It's just a pleasure working with them.